Hello guys, this video is like again. Now, of course, I talked about expressing yourself as a YouTuber, and so I decided to make a video about this explaining why expressing yourself and letting others express themselves is actually very important. At least a good portion of the reason. And you see, just like when I was telling my personal opinion of Battle Alita, the movie, the live action version of the movie. And yeah, people were trying to tell me about their opinion, which is just fine. But the way that they were doing it, they're trying to say it in a way that I was like, that they're just like, hey, you're wrong about this and that and blah, blah. Your rating is wrong of this movie and change your rating. I'm right, blah, 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 blah. And that kind of just sounds like my brother in a sense. And like I said, in expressing yourself as a YouTuber, you can't necessarily just take away other people's right to express themselves like that on their on opinions on movies and stuff like that. Because, for one, when it comes down to it, it's just a fucking movie. I mean, I had to literally take more time out of my day to explain in more detail why I put a number 6 rating out of 10 on Battle Alita, which I legitimately had to make the time to do. I took time out of my day versus doing other things to explain something that wasn't necessarily that important. Now, I understand that you feel strongly about, certain things that you love, and I get it, but you were just, you're putting it on a pedestal. You're putting something that isn't really that important on a pedestal. It is just entertainment. You see, when it comes to entertainment, these corporations and these businesses that make these movies, they are paid to tell you and show you whatever you want to hear. And, sometimes on YouTube, they expect the same thing. They just expect these YouTubers to just tell them whatever they want to hear. And, not all, some YouTubers are like that, like PewDiePie and maybe Ninja, who are paid by corporations to tell you whatever you want. And I do kind of get it sometimes, but again, if you try to take somebody's right away from them to express themselves, who is just, kind of an amateur YouTuber like myself, who is telling their opinion on YouTube and is making free YouTube videos for you guys, that is a real problem. I mean, if we try to take people's rights to express themselves, you are also automatically taking your own right away from expressing yourself as well. And of course, how does that work? Well, I'll tell you. Now, let's go back to the whole Nazi Germany thing. And no, I'm not going to compare you to Nazis, but this is a legitimate reason why not being able to express yourself is really bad. And yeah, this is a very good example of why. And I don't use the word bad, good, and bad very often because I'm not a religious person. Anyway. So in Nazi Germany, if you were disabled, let's say, and you wrote a book, well, your shit would just get thrown in the fire. But you see, when they did that, they also took away their own right to freely express themselves. Because when they took their right away to express a handicapped person's right to express themselves, they automatically took away their freedom to express themselves in that way as well. You see, they took their right away from themselves to be vulnerable around other people. And so it got so hard and so dramatic and so just so grueling and just terrible at such a time period like that. I mean, Hitler even had his own people killed who were against him, his own fucking people, because they knew what he was doing was wrong. But he had the army with him, so they, of course, for the time being, couldn't really do anything about it because he was trying to take away their freedom to express themselves. And so of course they had to do something about it. They had to do something about it, but they kind of had to do whatever they could. They had to show Hitler that they weren't going to stand for what he was going to do no matter what. They would rather die than stand another minute of not being able to show their vulnerability to their cousins and family members, being able to openly express themselves. I mean, there's a lot more to it than that. I mean, there's a lot more to it than that. But that is one of the definite reasons why, if you take away somebody's right to express themselves and throw their shit in the fire, you automatically are also doing that to yourself. You have automatically put yourself into a prison where now you have put that option away for yourself, to the point where now if you go outside and completely express yourself, then you could get shot, you could get beat up, you can get beaten to death, etc. And that is one of the biggest reasons why Nazi Germany did was wrong and was not going to work out in the long run, because the way that they were doing things, their country actually could have just went up and just been wiped off the face of the earth. And of course, again, like I said, there's a lot more to it than just people expressing themselves, but there was a good portion of that going on, because Hitler felt that the Aryan race was quote unquote the future, which of course it wasn't, and they ended up almost ruining their entire country, which is actually kind of still felt to this day. People to this day still are alive from that experience, and it is very chilling. It was a very real experience and a very real thing. But of course, enough about Nazi Germany. Now, getting back to my points. I mean, guys, seriously. I mean, you can tell me your expression and express yourself as much as you like. And if somebody in some park somewhere tells you to get off the stage, let's say, just tell them, just keep walking. You don't have to watch me. And that's what I tell everybody that says to me that my videos suck. And sometimes they even say stuff like they're expecting my videos to be good. And I just tell them, I have no clue what the hell you're talking about. It's not like I came up to you and said that my video was good. And I'm certainly not a clickbaiter. I'm certainly not a clickbaiter. Because I'm sure that's some of the reason why some people are putting thumbs down on my videos. But you see, also part of the reason why I don't tell you to subscribe or don't And the reason why I don't tell you to put a thumbs up on my video is because I am actually legitimately giving you guys a choice to express yourselves. Because you see, I am, how should I say this? I, am very serious about self-expression. And, part of advertisements is, telling people to subscribe. And what I mean by that is that an advertisement commands you to do things like subscribe and to leave a like or leave a thumbs up or whatever. So I see some people, they command people to leave 1,000 likes or 10,000 likes. They'll be like, hey, if you guys leave me 2,000 likes, I'll tell you about something. Well, that's just full of shit. Well, what if they don't leave you 2,000 likes? You're just not going to give them the information that they want? That's just fucking bullshit. I'm not going to leave a fucking like on your video just so you can tell me something on the internet that I could probably just look up. This is fucking bullshit, in my opinion. And with that being said, I think I've said enough. I'll just click out of this video. And I would encourage you to watch some of my other videos. And I hope that you learn something or at least understand what I'm trying to say here. Because it seriously is nothing against you guys. I'm not mad at anybody, of course. I am just trying to state a fact. And I hope that you don't think what I was trying to say about Nazi Germany was over the top. But it was a pretty over the top time, let me tell you. But yeah, I'll just stop the video here. I'll see you guys later. Bye.